The WNBA playoffs are about to kick off, and the New York Liberty face an enormous challenge as they aim to become only the fourth team in league history to successfully defend their championship title. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Lynx are fueled by last season's agonizing defeat in a nail-biting, full-length final series, determined to claim the crown for the first time since 2017. But here's where it gets controversial. Can the Liberty overcome their tough seeding and injury setbacks to repeat? Or will the Lynx's hunger for redemption prove too strong? The Indiana Fever have made a surprising return to the postseason for the second consecutive year, after a long 7-year absence. However, their hopes are tempered by the absence of their star rookie Caitlin Clark, the 2024 #1 draft pick and reigning Rookie of the Year, who has been sidelined for the last 2 months due to a groin injury and will not be able to contribute for the remainder of the season. This raises a critical question. Can the Fever advance without their standout player? The Liberty, seeded 5th, face a daunting path as they open their playoff run on the road against the 4th-seeded Phoenix Mercury. After an electrifying 9-0 start to the season, the Liberty were hit hard by injuries, forcing them into the difficult position of needing to win at least one away game in every playoff series if they hope to secure back-to-back championships. This uphill battle highlights the unpredictable nature of postseason basketball, where resilience often trumps raw talent. The Fever, finishing the regular season above 500 for the first time since 2015, achieved this despite Clark's limited availability. Unfortunately, they have also been plagued by injuries, losing 5 players to season-ending setbacks in the last 2 months. Seeded 6th, they will face the 3rd-seeded Atlanta Dream, a team they split 4 games with during the regular season. The Fever's challenge is clear: break a decade-long drought by advancing past the first round. Minnesota, the top seed, enters the playoffs with a chip on their shoulder after last year's heartbreaking overtime loss in Game 5 of the finals to New York. The Lynx have been the most consistent team throughout the season and are laser-focused on capturing their first championship since 2017. Leading the charge is Napheesa Collier, who has etched her name in the record books by becoming only the 2nd player in WNBA history to shoot over 50% from the field, 40% from three-point range, and 90% from the free throw line in a single season. Collier is a frontrunner for the league's MVP award, although Las Vegas Aces forward A'ja Wilson, who recently won the Associated Press MVP for the 2nd year running, remains a formidable contender. The Lynx will face the Golden State Valkyries in the opening round, a matchup that promises excitement. But standing between Minnesota and another title run could be the 2nd-seeded Las Vegas Aces, the last team to win back-to-back championships in 2022-23. The Aces enter the postseason on a scorching 16-game winning streak, tying for the 2nd longest in WNBA history. For context, the 2001 Los Angeles Sparks hold the record with 18 consecutive wins, and the 2014 Mercury also had a 16-game streak. Both teams going on to win the championship those years. The Aces will begin their playoff journey against the Seattle Storm. Here are some additional key points to keep in mind as the playoffs unfold. Format changes. This season, the WNBA revamped its playoff structure. The first round now features a best-of-3 series with the first 2 games split between the 2 teams' home courts. And if a 3rd game is necessary, it will be played at the higher seeds venue. Even more notably, the WNBA Finals have expanded from a best-of-5 to a best-of-7 format, aligning with the NBA and adding more drama and opportunity for comebacks in the championship series. Familiar faces, new teams. DeWanna Bonner and Alyssa Thomas, veterans who have consistently led the Connecticut Sun to at least the semifinals over the past 6 seasons, have both moved on from the franchise. This offseason, They reunited in Phoenix, with Bonner briefly playing in Indiana, and are now aiming to bring the Mercury back to the finals for the first time since 2021. Thomas had a standout season, reclaiming the single-season assists record from Caitlin Clark, with an impressive total of 357 assists. Rising stars. The Golden State Valkyries made history as the first expansion team to reach the playoffs in their inaugural season, finishing with a solid 23-21 record. Their success has been driven by Veronica Burton, who is a leading candidate for the league's Most Improved Player award and has already earned Associated Press recognition. WNBA playoff schedule. All times Eastern. Regular season records in parentheses. First round. Best of 3. X equals if necessary. Number 1 Minnesota Lynx, 34-10, versus number 8 Golden State Valkyries, 23-21. Sunday, September 14th. Golden State at Minnesota, 1 p.m. ESPN. Wednesday, September 14th. 17. Minnesota at Golden State, 10 p.m. ESPN. X Friday, September 19th. Golden State at Minnesota, TBD, ESPN2. Number 2 Las Vegas Aces, 30-14, versus number 7 Seattle Storm, 23-21. Sunday, September 14th. Seattle at Las Vegas, 10 p.m. ESPN. Tuesday, September 16th. Las Vegas at Seattle, 9:30 p.m. ESPN. X Thursday, September 18th. Seattle at Las Vegas, TBD, ESPN2. Number 3 Atlanta Dream, 30-14, versus No. 6. Indiana Fever, 24-20. Sunday, September 14th. Indiana at Atlanta, 3 p.m. ABC. Tuesday, September 16th. Atlanta at Indiana, 7:30 p.m. ESPN. X. Thursday, September 18th. Indiana at Atlanta, TBD, ESPN2. Number 4 Phoenix Mercury, 27-17, versus number 5 New York Liberty, 27-17. Sunday, September 14th. New York at Phoenix, 5 p.m. ESPN. Wednesday, September 17th. Phoenix at New York, 9:30 p.m. ESPN. X. Friday, September 19th. New York at Phoenix, TBD, ESPN2. With so many storylines and shifting dynamics, the WNBA playoffs promise to be a thrilling spectacle. Will the Liberty defy the odds and repeat as champions? Can the Lynx finally overcome their finals heartbreak? And how will the injury-riddled Fever fare without their star rookie? These questions set the stage for a postseason full of drama, surprises, and unforgettable moments. What do you think? Are the Liberty's chances overrated? Or is Minnesota's dominance destined to continue? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below.